Hi! So you want to make a clean and simple card on just a white card base without any layers, but you also want to watercolor, and then it bleeds through the back, making it so you have to layer. Or do you? I'm going to show you how to watercolor without it bleeding through as I demonstrate my clean and simple card with the retiring Stampin' Up! Day at the Beach stamp set. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 16 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So while I'm showing you how to watercolor without bleeding through, I've got another technique and a few tips for you. Here's a closer view at the Day at the Beach stamp set. Isn't this adorable? A lot of great images here. And so I'm going to be using the flip-flops today. So let's get started. So I'm using Whisper White Thick cardstock because the base of my card I want to be white. Whisper White cardstock is designed to take ink for beautiful stamped images. And the Whisper White Thick is heavier, so you get a nice sturdy card base. Love it. And so I like to stamp on a flat image, so I went ahead and opened that. So let's start with the Rich Raspberry Classic Stampin' Pad. Okay, so we're going to push, flip, and lock that lid into place. I'm going to do 3 of them, so I like to start in the center. So that makes it a lot easier for me to get my placement. So we're going to tap on here, get this good and inked up, and about right here. And I'm just pressing because I want a really great stamped image. Fantastic. I'm going to be changing colors. So to close this, let's pull on the lip, flip, and click. And I'm going to keep using my flip-flops. So I need to clean when going into another stamp color. If I kept using the Rich Raspberry, I could have just kept going into the stamp pad. But we're changing. So what I have here is my Stampin' Scrub. This is how I clean and condition my stamps. All right, so when you get this, you'll see on one side there's a sunshine, and over here the raindrops. That's so you just keep spraying on the one side, okay? So what I have here is my Stampin' Mist. This is what cleans and conditions my stamps. So I spray some on here, and go ahead and scrub on this side, and then come over here and dry it off. Now I'm ready to go into a new color, or you'll do that when you're done stamping so you can put it away clean. Now I'm not going to need to keep spraying this every time because I'm going to go ahead and close it and it won't dry out on me so quickly. So I'm going to be set for that in just a moment when we need it again. All right, so let's bring this back. My next color, Bermuda Bay. Push, flip, and click that into place. Let's ink this up again. So now we're going to come down here. There we go. Oh, aren't you loving these bright and cheery colors? We're done with this, so flip and click. All right, so see, we need to clean because we're changing colors one last time. And this is already wet. A girlfriend was stamping with me and she kept spraying it every time and she had it foaming. I said, I think we've got enough. All right, and so for our last one, we're going to use Pacific Point. There we go. I know you're saying it with me, right? Push, flip, click. Let's give this a good inking and come over here and straight up and down. Fantastic. All right. So what I could do is use my aqua painter and color these, but when I do that, it tends to bleed through even on the Whisper White Thick. So I thought, So at first I had stamped them in the basic black archival for watercoloring, but I thought I really want these colorful because flip-flops are usually black with them colored in. But how am I going to do that? I thought, my watercolor pencils. So I chose colors that go with my watercolor pencils, and that is the Bermuda Bay, Rich Raspberry, and Pacific Point. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and it tells us on there, you've got the color there, but also it's written on there. All right, so we're just going to color in. And so with this stamp set, it's a double line image, and I think those are really cool, but I wasn't sure where to color, so this is what I decided. I'm going to color in the solid one, the solid outline. That's what I'm going to color. And I like how it turned out because it left that white, like the bottom of it, you know, because sometimes the bottoms, right, are a different color. So there we go. And I'm using the same color, so I don't have to be really careful. I mean, it's okay if I actually go over top of what I just stamped. There we go. You know, like I said, I was trying to decide what lines to do, and I figured it out. I did a really awesome card using the stamp set for Stamping Playground, my membership site. You know, if you haven't checked that out, you should. You should go over to www.stampingplayground.com and see what all, you know, because I do an exclusive video for that every month, or every week, excuse me. So anyway, so I'm coloring these in, and what's cool about the watercolor pencils, right now, it depends how deep I put it down, right? If I put it on lightly, I have the same, a lighter version of the rich raspberry. A lot like the designer paper. Have you ever noticed that it coordinates with it? Say it says it has Pacific Point, but it's lighter than your Pacific Point cardstock and ink, but it's just a shade lighter. And so that's what we're able to do with this. I can put it down really heavy and get more color, or do it light and have a lighter shade of it. Okay. So we're just filling all that in. All right, I have one more, but I went ahead and finished that. And so here it is, all colored in. And so it looks good with the pencil, but it's going to look a lot better because we're going to take a blender pen. These are awesome. We're just going to spread that, the watercolor pencil around a little bit. And so, and look at that blended out, and it gets more vibrant as we do this. Isn't that pretty? And then you don't see all those pencil lines. Looking good. And then I have the same color ink as I have the same color watercolor pencil. And it's just vibrant, vibrant. Love this. Isn't that sharp? Okay, so we don't want to just go right from Pacific Point into the rich raspberry because we still have some of that on there. So we're just going to wipe it off here. I've got a piece of scrap paper. Wipe it off till you see it come clean. There you go, with your blender pen. And let's go ahead and blend this out. Of course, you could do shading with these. The more color you put down, the more vibrant. So the deeper the color, I could have put it down deeper in one area than another. I just thought, well, this is just a really cutesy card. I just wanted the nice vibrant color I'm able to get. I'm loving these. All right, so let's just wipe this and clean this. Okay. And then our Bermuda Bay. So this is just, you know, you get that watercolored look with the watercolor pencils. Easy to do. Really, really easy to do. You know, if you haven't tried watercoloring because you're a little afraid of it, boy, this is a great way to get that look in so easy and see absolutely nothing bled through using that. So let's clean this off so when we pick it up the next time, we don't get any surprises. Okay, so this is looking really cute. We could stop here, but I thought, wouldn't it be great if we had sand? And so I have here, love this set, the Gorgeous Grunge. You know, as a girlfriend said, this is an accessory. It's not a stamp set. It's one of these you absolutely have to have. If you don't, I highly recommend you get it before it retires. And so I had a couple choices. I could either stamp the sand and cut all those out. Like, oh boy, I really don't want to do that. Because it would just take time and I have to be careful. Instead, I'm going to do a technique called masking. So what we need to do is, on a piece of scrap paper, and this will work just fine. I left it with a Pacific Point and I hadn't cleaned it, and so we can use that again. And let's stamp these. I could just do one set, but I did 3, so it'd be quicker for demonstrating, okay? We're going to stamp on paper and not cardstock, because we're going to be stamping directly over top, and you have cardstock, you've got an edge that's kind of thick. It's a lot better with paper. So I just have my paper snips and just need to trim all of these out. Now I'm going to go on the inside edge because I still had a bit of a gap. So just take and trim these out. See, and I don't have to be so perfect. You know, if I were cutting these out to put on right on the card, I just want to be oh so precise, and I probably would want some white area around it. So, and like I said, you could do one set. I went ahead and did 3, and I've got those done to save some time. All right, so I've got 3 sets of flip-flops here. Just so cute. Okay, and we need to cut them out separately you know, instead of, you know, all as one, because we wanted the area between. We want to get some sand in between. So I've got these. Now I need to put them on here. What I'm going to use is this dado adhesive. It gives it a temporary hold. Stampin' Up! Used to carry this, and I just love this for masking, or sometimes when I'm designing a card and I want to put some layers together, but I don't want to put it down permanently because I'm not sure. That's when I pull out my dado adhesive. You know, you should be able to get this at your local crafting store, but if not, I'll have a link to where you can pick some up. I'll show you that. Okay, so let's just get some on each of this. All right, flip this over, come on. Well, I just can't seem to get a hold of that. There we go. So some more dado. There we go. All right, so let's just, and this is a technique called masking. So we could, like I said, we could have stamped the sand and then stamped and cut all of these out and laid them on top, but this way we don't have to do that. And I know I did have to cut out, right? I had to cut out these, but I didn't have to be really precise. You saw that. But I saved these. These will go into the case, my stamp case, and I'll be able to use them again and again and again. All right. So you can see the outline around it. And so we just covered them up or masked them. Fantastic. So now we're ready to do our stamping. And so for our sand, I chose the Crumb Cake Classic Stampin' Pad. Push, flip, lock, and then this stamp. This stamp in this set is awesome. I mean, the others are cool too, but I think this is the most used. So let's ink this up. And, oh, you know what? I do need to close that because I'm going to be going off the edge. So I'm going to come over here and let's stamp. Isn't that cool? All right, let's ink it up. And let's go this way this time. And then right here. And so I thought that looked kind of cute, but then I started playing and I went ahead and filled in more. I thought, well, let's fill in all these gaps. So come over here. There we go. Come over here. Whoops. There. All right, and let's fill these in. We can rotate the stamp so it's not all the same. There we go. So there it is, filled in. Let's go ahead and put this away. That way it won't dry out on us. Now, this is the fun part. The fun part is when you take off the mask and reveal, isn't that cool? All the sand around our flip-flops. There we go. All right, and so the dado adhesive dots, there could be a little bit left on there, but they just rub right off. And there we go. So we've got that part. And now for our greeting, I'm going to do some die cutting. So let me grab my Big Shot. I've got my Big Shot die cutting machine, and we're going to be die cutting with the retiring Hello You Thinlits dies. You have hello, thanks, happy, and you. We're going to be using hello. And because we're using a thin metal die, I need, along with the Big Shot platform, my thin die adapter. Now both of these come with the purchase of a Big Shot. So now to continue building our sandwich, instead of using the cutting pad that's also included, we're going to use the optional precision base plate. Love this thing. If you're doing thin, intricate dies, you really want the precision base plate. So you turn this with the writing side down. And then we need our cardstock. And I'm using Whisper White Thick. I'm going to be doing the white on white. And so I thought, oh, if it's thicker, it'd stand out better. All right, so we're going to make life easier and use a Sizzix adhesive sheet. Love these. Available June 1st. All right, so let's peel that backing off, and we're going to put this right on our cardstock. There we go. So we're going to put the adhesive side down. Our hello die, the raised edge, that's the cutting edge. Put that down. And then to finish our sandwich, we need another cutting pad. Okay, and then we go ahead and crank it through. We're going to make ourselves a self-adhesive die cut. Love it. so much easier than messing around with adhesive. Now the Sizzix website says with the precision base plate, just with one pass through. But you know what? I like to just back up, take a couple extra seconds and do it a second time, because then it usually just, look at that, how it just peels right off. Love my precision base plate. All right, so we've got our card and our self-adhesive die cut. I do like to work flat, so let's open that back up and let's just peel this right out of here. There we go. Okay. And poke out all these pieces. A lot of them are just going to fall out, but if I take my paper piercing tool, there we go. Makes it easier. And here it's coming off of, woohoo! Here we go. Here's that backing from the adhesive, the Sizzix adhesive sheet. Okay, a couple more little things to pop out. Fantastic. Let's clean this up. Okay, so what happens sometimes, well, we sure didn't want that, did we? What happens sometimes, you get just a little bit of something that wants to hang on. There we go. See right here? It just comes right off. So if you clean it up, take your thumbnail or a pair of scissors and, you know, just scrape along there and clean that up. It'll look a lot nicer. There we go. Okay, so now our placement. I'm liking that. It's pretty much going between the two of our flip-flops. Okay. Don't press until you're happy with where it is, because it's a really strong adhesive, and once you press it, you're done. I'm liking it, so let's go ahead and press. Fantastic. Okay, now the Hello You Thinlits dies, well, they coordinate with the Crazy About You. You've got all these great greetings to go with the dies. So, you know, you got thanks so much, and then happy and birthday and you, amaze me. Just a lot of these, you know, happy for Father's Day and happy graduation and thinking of you, just really awesome. This is retiring too. So what we're going to use, we've got hello. I just, you know, getting a handmade card is always really special. Getting a handmade card for no reason, love it. So we've got just saying hello. Okay, so then I was trying to thought, well, which one of the colors do I want to use? And Bermuda Bay, I just love that. So let's use this one more time. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, so you can see right where we're stamping. Gotta love that. So how about right here? There we go. Just saying hello. Clean, simple, and easy. And we did some masking. And then what you could do, you could go ahead and just do a little bit more inside to finish that off. So we've got a clean, simple card that we watercolored without bleeding through. Isn't that fabulous? And so don't forget, we've got 3 retiring stamp sets and the retiring dies that are going. If you'd like to make my clean and simple Day at the Beach card, all the supplies are listed under the video and hopefully still available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. Hopefully, well, yes, because since the retiring 2017 Stampin' Up! List has been released, all retiring accessories have been available while supplies last, or May 31st, whichever comes first. And the Hello You Thinlits dies, they're on the low supply list. I'm hoping they're still available by the time I can get this video uploaded. And so then we've got the 3 retiring stamps that I used, the Day at the Beach, the Gorgeous Grunge, and the Crazy About You, available through May 31st. But starting May 23rd, 2017, they're also available only while supplies last. So that means they could run out anytime. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, to place your order. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.